power. Together we will rise. They tried to burn us, we blow like a flower. They didn't know we had a Phoenix's power. Phoenix power.
Hello, hello. We're here. We're queer, and Lavender is here.
Yeah.
Hello, Color Wheel. How are you, my darling girlies? Miss Jade, how are you?
Sup? I'm chilling.
Chilling, straight chilling.
Oh, yeah. You know, like a villain, what are you gonna do? Hey. I said I was gonna do the voices. I don't know.
did.
Y'all didn't fucking listen. I mean, if you want, I can do it in a different fucking voice. I don't know.
I think you should just do the whole
That'd be
episode
hot.
in a different voice. Every single time you decide you want to talk, just do it in a different fucking voice.
Just every time something comes out of my mouth, it has to be in a different voice.
Yes.
Okay.
That is your challenge for this episode.
God damn it. Fine. I'll be crazy Jane.
Be
Fine.
crazy. Be
It's
crazy,
fine.
Jade. We love crazy Jade.
Is that DC though?
She's DC, yeah.
Yeah.
All right. What's the equivalent of that in Marvel?
I don't fucking know. Ask Gerard Way.
I'm asking Lavender.
It wouldn't be Gerard Way. Gerard Way writes for DC.
Well,
Well,
no, but he
that's
created
a
the
lie.
character.
He did create Penny Parker.
Yeah.
In the Spider-Verse, but that's about it.
Yeah, he did.
But honestly, good point. You'd probably be like Moon Knight then.
Yeah, but they have only like 3 separate personalities.
Exactly. Now you have way too many.
Fuck!
I don't know. Moon Knight's kind of wild.
Moon Knight is one of those things that I wanted to hate Moon Knight because a really shitty ex of mine loved Moon Knight, but then I ended up loving Moon Knight, and Oscar Isaac was wonderful in it, and he made me cry, and I was like, okay, I love Moon Knight now.
What?
And what about you, Scarlett? How are you?
You know, I'm here. I'm existing and floating on this fucking space rock we call Earth.
But why though?
I don't know, man. My parents fucked and gave birth to me, and now I'm here. And
Ew.
I don't know, man. What do you want me to fucking say?
I mean, fair, but like,
All of my parents' shit genes came together and formed one fucking conglomerate, and that happens to be me.
how about?
But your powers combined.
Exactly.
Is Captain Garbage.
Exactly. There we go.
Excuse me. I think you once called me a dumpster fire from hell.
That's what we were looking for.
Did I?
Yes. This was at a Dave & Buster's like 2 or 3 years ago.
Rip.
That makes sense.
And I'm like, this is actually the best fucking description anyone has ever given me. Sorry, there are two descriptions. Actually, no, there are 2 descriptions of me that I will forever hold near and dear. Number 1 is you calling me a dumpster fire from hell. And the second one is when my friend Aurora referred to me as a baddie bye bitch.
I know, that's still your Facebook bio.
Yes, it is still my
Sorry,
Facebook
I just
bio.
told everybody your Facebook bio.
That's fine. They don't have me on Facebook
That's
unless they
true.
do.
Emotional damage.
Sucks to suck.
It does suck to
Yeah.
suck, but you know, there's a lot of good lore dropping here. And you know who loves to drop fucking lore all the time?
Is it
Marvel!
you? Marvel too. It's
Well,
Marvel, baby.
Marvel,
For all my FGC folks.
baby.
Poor Rocky.
Poor Rocky
God,
is like,
Rocky.
tell this girl to stop fucking screaming.
I'm sorry, I can't do that.
Oh my god, he's adorable.
He's I can't tell her not to do that, bud. I'm sorry.
He's just so orange.
I'm still sticking to your fucking challenge.
I love it.
All right?
I think it's
can't-
great.
It's hard, but I'll do it.
We're going to have to come up with a good superhero name for you by
God,
the end of this
no.
episode.
I'm a villain.
You are a Phoenix.
Dark Phoenix.
Well, I mean, Dark Phoenix
mean,
does exist.
I
which is
actually,
how
I'm all 3.
Yeah.
You also have the official stamp of approval from Stan Lee.
I do.
As Dark Phoenix.
No, she was green.
Oh,
I was green.
you were green.
I was green and gold when
You
I
were
met
green
Stan.
and gold. That's
Yes.
right.
So let's get some Jade lore out of the way since we are talking about Marvel, and this
Yeah,
does actually deal with the father of fucking Marvel.
Oh, yeah. Fuck
Yes.
it does.
Several years back, God, what are we talking about? 14-ish years
Okay.
ago.
Oh, damn.
Yeah, it's got to be about 14, 15 years ago where Stan Lee appeared for one of the first times ever at Comic-Con. I didn't get to meet him then. I saw him in passing. He was walking around on the floor because this is back, like, Comic-Con was big, but it wasn't huge yet.
Right.
You know, and we're talking about Stan, who's just like, you know, walking around, doing his thing, having fun. I was dressed for one of the first times ever in green and gold Phoenix. I was with I was going to say stupid ex, but he's not terrible. My ex-fiance, Kevin, he was dressed as Wolverine. And this is right after the first X-Men movie had actually came out.
Yes,
Okay.
I love that movie.
So
Okay.
I'm his traditional green and gold Phoenix. He's his movie version of Wolverine. Stan sees us, comes over to me, and goes, if Jean Grey was actually a living physical person, it would be you. You are perfect.
I love
You are
this story.
literally what I envisioned for her when I created her. And I'm sitting there going, I can die now. I can literally get hit by a bus and I'm fine. Like, done. So fast forward to a couple years later, I am obviously no longer with Kevin. I was with DigiNan at this point in time. It was like our first year together, I think, and also like his first major convention. Stan Lee was there. And we did the, you know, the photograph with him. It was me, my mother, this bitch Melissa, who I no longer speak to, and Nanny. And I'm there. This time I went in it was supposed to be tribal Merida, but it turned out to be more Renaissance Poison Ivy. Or like Ren Fair Poison Ivy, which is what everybody kept calling me, even though I was supposed to be Merida.
Okay.
And I'm like, all right, I'll take it.
Exactly.
He recognized me.
Oh, shit.
And he turned around and he goes, wait, you're my Phoenix, aren't you? I was like, yes. He goes, oh my God, why are you not Phoenix? I was like, I'm somebody else today. He goes, playing for the other team, huh? And I'm like, what do you mean, sir? And he goes, Ren Fair Poison Ivy. And I'm just like, no. Like, sir, I would never,
Amazing.
ever disrespect you by wearing a DC character to meet you. I'm actually Merida from Brave. And he goes, you look more like Poison Ivy, though. I'm like, I know. I'm so sorry. But he still remembered me. I'm still his Phoenix. And I will take that to my grave.
Yes,
I
as you
love
should.
that. That is still one of my favorite stories. I love
Yeah.
that story. I'm very happy
Yes.
we did that lore drop.
I love it. I love it so much.
Very happy to that lore drop. I didn't even use a voice changer for that.
It's
Yeah, no.
perfect.
That was an actual voice.
That was
That was an actual voice.
That was
right
an actual
here.
voice.
Live
voice changer.
in the studio.
oh my God.
But
Wild.
talking about
It all
Marvel,
started when I was born.
there have actually been a lot of really exciting things in the news surrounding Marvel lately. And as y'all know, Marvel is my first love, but I was getting a little disenchanted,
As you
might we
should.
say.
Yeah.
Like, things were, in my opinion, unless it was Marvel on Disney Plus. I will say that.
Emotional
I
damage.
am of the opinion that, very unpopular opinion, Endgame sucked. I loved Infinity War, and Endgame was just a horrible payoff that had no reason to be the payoff for this trilogy that I waited so long for. I'm sorry. I thought it was so lazy to do fucking Back to the Future as Marvel because I'm sorry.
Wait, that's what Endgame was?
Yes.
Wait, so guys, y'all, I'm gonna
That's
just be
why
so
I
for real
hated
right
it.
now.
You what?
I'm gonna be so for real right now. I didn't even see Endgame.
Oh wait, valid though. You didn't need to. They all come back besides a few of besides fucking, of course not fucking Vision. Anyway. You're lying! But
Macaroni and cheese vision, I guess.
my personal opinion is
She wasn't ready.
I love
She
Ant-Man.
wasn't ready.
And
Rudd is the
I
man.
really think that they should have just handed. I loved the homages to the original film,
Emotional
but it was
damage.
too much about.
Let's make Tony Stark look like a good guy.
Yo, fuck Tony Stark.
They were like,
All my homies hate Tony
let's
Stark.
just like, not, because here's the thing. In that movie, Ant-Man is the person who comes up with how they're going to save the day, and then he becomes
So,
a minor character to just make all of the OG characters be more important.
so you're telling me that Ant-Man did not go up Thanos' butt and then
No.
expand?
Unfortunately not.
Oh, damn it.
But Paul Rudd knew about all those memes and thought they were hysterical. And he brings them up a lot in
does.
interviews, which I think is
I
hysterical.
love that for him.
But for me, it was kind of going on a lag besides the Disney Plus releases. Like, as we all know, I fucking love WandaVision.
Bella, where the hell have you been, Loca?
I loved Hawkeye.
I didn't see that one either.
That one was great. I
It
loved
was all right.
I didn't see it.
It was
fair,
okay.
fair, but
The
also,
listen. For what it was all right.
yeah.
For what it was all right. WandaVision was better.
Oh, WandaVision is fantastic.
WandaVision was better.
I haven't kept up with a lot of stuff.
You see,
I'm gonna be real.
And I have not really been watching since.
Fair.
I did not watch Agatha All Along.
Agatha All Along was fantastic.
I did not watch that one.
I did not watch that.
It was so gay.
In all honesty, I did watch the What If series.
I saw the first season of What If.
It was good.
It was okay.
No. Second season's better.
I just don't have
Listen,
the
listen,
energy.
listen,
Oh,
listen.
listen, I found out some dumb shit that happened in season 3, and I'm like, there's not enough drugs in the world for this.
Fair.
Fair.
But it was, for what it is supposed to be,
It's fun.
it's not bad.
Yeah.
It's not bad.
Plus the thing
It
about
feels like it's reaching, though.
yeah.
Bro, a woman and a duck have a fucking baby in season 3 of What If.
Oh, Howard the Duck.
I know. She's an actual character.
I know. It's Kat Dennings. Fucking Darcy.
No.
No,
The baby
is an actual character.
is an
No.
actual Marvel character.
like in the comics.
She hasn't, yeah.
Listen, there are
She
not
exists.
enough drugs in the world. There are not enough drugs in the world.
Why? You wouldn't fuck Howard the Duck?
No.
Why?
Listen, I'm a monster fucker, not a duck fucker, okay?
Could be a monster.
No.
It's a humanoid duck. That's a monster.
No. Whack. No, that's too close to bestiality for me. That's like too close to furry territory. I can't do it.
I'm staring at you in furry.
And I'm staring back in monster fucker.
It still counts.
No.
He's considered a rarity. He was in the fucking collectors.
Yes, he was.
I would not fuck Howard the Duck.
You should fuck Howard the
I
Duck.
would not.
Why?
Because I don't want to lay a fucking egg.
Who says? Maybe you would have had a live birth. You don't know.
Darcy,
Could have been like
laid
a
fucking
platypus.
egg.
Could have been like a platypus.
That's horrifying to think about. Also, he's short.
platypuses lay eggs, by the way.
What
I know they do.
What
I
about
know
short
they do.
kings, ma'am?
What was that?
What about short kings, ma'am? I don't know.
Short Kings.
No.
And it was Seth
The
Green.
only listen. The
it was
only
Seth
the only
Green.
the only short king I want to get with is Wolverine.
Fair. He had his food.
No, I'm sorry. Wolverine looks like he can fuck.
Which version?
Hugh Jackman.
That's what I'm saying. Because if you want to go Deadpool 3,
Oh yeah.
Deadpool and Wolverine.
Yo, no, listen. Deadpool, Wolverine got fucking issues, and I could capitalize on that. Okay.
Ay, ay, ay.
Well, anyway.
All I'll say, Disney Plus, in my opinion, has been keeping Marvel afloat because I was very disappointed by most of the recent movies, minus Deadpool vs. Wolverine.
Deadpool Wolverine was amazing.
But friends, there is a new movie coming.
Several.
And the one that I'm thinking of looks so glorious. It may renew all of my hopes in all things Marvel again.
I hope so.
Oh, Fantastic Four.
Don't fucking
It's
suck.
Look, Fantastic Four, you don't understand. You had a little girl fan who loved the Fox version, who was in love with Ben Grimm, and had a little action figure that used to make all the sounds, and I used to keep him in my backpack, and I used to scare people behind me because he would bounce around in the backpack and say things like, clobbering time.
You know, this
kinda
makes
love
a
that
lot
for
of
you.
sense. This makes a lot of sense as to why she goes for the dudes that she goes for.
I love
You know
him.
what's actually really funny?
I love Ben Grimm.
This makes so much sense.
Fox Fantastic
him.
Four movies had a different little girl buy her first action figure that was an invisible woman.
So you understand, like those are like formative characters for
Yes.
especially for
But
y'all
also,
that grew
I
up in a
was-
world without the MCU.
But also,
like y'all
like,
don't know what it was like.
I just remember that invisible woman having a very big wreck.
Mm. Are we talking the
Jessica
old, are we
Alba.
talking the old cartoon?
I'm talking
no.
about the action figure I had.
We're probably
Okay.
talking Jessica Alba.
Okay.
I
But
love
also
you,
there was an
Jessica
old
Alba.
cartoon that I had a box set for too. I think I still have that in my apartment somewhere also. Yeah. I remember they made Sue Storm the fucking damsel in distress half the time in those episodes.
Rip. Yeah.
Yeah.
I love the Fantastic Four, and they were like Fantastic Four and X-Men were my gateway drug into all this stuff before it was cool, which is why I loved when the MCU started, because I finally I used to work in daycare when it first started, so it made me so happy to see that it was like cool for kids to love these things. Like they weren't being ridiculed for liking them. And it just made me so happy to see them come onto the mainstream. But like anything, they were kind of running out of steam. So I'm really hoping that this Fantastic Four movie saves everything for me
I mean,
because I need it.
It's also it's Daddy Pedro.
Papi
It is
Pedro.
I think Pedro Pascal is such a perfect choice for Reed Richards. And if y'all
Even
didn't,
more so than John Krasinski.
yeah,
Yeah. Well, here's the thing though. Like my only thing, because like
And
my,
I love
my
John,
husband
you know
is
that.
very much in the fuck Reed Richards camp, which I'm like whatever. He hates Reed Richards, but anyway,
Maybe
Pedro
jealous.
Pascal is amazing as an actor, and he's also very attractive. I would climb him like a fucking tree.
Why do you
cannot-
think I stayed with my ex as long as I did?
Hey yo,
Because I mean, we're talking about Pedro Pascal from Timu, but it's
still
still
Pedro Pascal adjacent. What can I
Still.
say?
I mean,
But,
Pedro Pascal from Timu is still better than Pedro Pascal from Wish.
Exactly. But the point I'm getting is like, you know,
Same
in the
company,
comic
though.
books, he does get cucked by Namor.
He really does.
I cannot see Pedro Pascal getting cucked by Namor, bro. I'm
Well,
sorry.
Also, keep
I'm
in
sorry.
mind,
That ain't gonna happen.
This movie supposedly takes place in the 70s. Like that's the vibe they're going for. It's gonna take place in the 1970s.
Like the original,
Like the
like
original-
Wolverine.
Yep.
2. No, X-Men. Days of Future Past.
Yeah,
That
so it's
movie
gonna
was
take
bomb.
that was
place.
in the
Love it.
70s.
I fucking love that movie. It is going to take place in the 70s.
Which means is also going to be that tie-in because with Days of Future Past in
Yeah.
being in the 70s.
And now
Because they
so.
did hint at it in Days of Future
They
Past.
did.
They did hint at the Fantastic Four Tower.
Yes. So they are going to be doing it in the 70s.
We're finally getting that tie-in.
Give
and
it
the
to
way
us.
that Namor is presented in MCU, they probably would not cross paths. So
Maybe.
maybe
Yeah.
I think that
With
Reed
that
Richards will
last
be
movie,
okay.
I don't know.
Who knows?
You never know,
Who
but
knows?
I am very excited. They've got such a great cast, and yes, I cried a little when they let Reed Richards say his line with Sue Storm about when we first went up to space. You couldn't turn invisible. I couldn't stretch. Ben wasn't a rock.
Oh.
And I was like, this is the best day of my life. And I'm going to be seeing this movie literally at midnight as soon as this motherfucker comes out.
It's not
And
just a
I am so
boulder.
excited.
Not just a boulder.
Yo,
It's a rock.
the thing has kind eyes.
The Thing does have kind eyes, okay? Ben Grimm is a sweet, sweet man, and he just got the short end of the stick because the rest of them still got to look hot and have cool powers. And this poor motherfucker was hot when he went up there, and he came back looking like a little deformed, what is his name from Pokemon? Like a little deformed Geodude, and that wasn't fair to him.
How dare you disrespect Geodude?
How dare you disrespect Ben Grimm? You think that rock form ain't hot? Someone would fuck that. Not me.
Somebody
Someone
does.
would.
Somebody does.
Oh,
He
fuck
Doesn't he
yeah.
like get married
He
to like
does.
some blind bitch?
he gets
Yo,
gets
good
married.
for him.
And then that's where that terrible joke comes in.
Yo, it's like a toxic Avenger situation where he gets with some blind bitch. I love that for him.
Yeah, that's exactly what happens.
I love that.
What is with that? Like, I'm sorry.
Well, here's the thing. She does know he's made of rocks. Like, there was a whole scene.
I mean, I would kind of expect it.
You'd have to figure it out
There was a whole
eventually.
scene where she,
Like,
like,
wow,
touches
you're
his
really
face
hard
and
right
stuff.
now.
Oh yeah, I'm always hard for you, baby. Okay.
I mean,
Honey, don't do that to Ben Grimm.
she does.
Don't give me that image. But
It takes a whole new level to yoni legs.
Oh God! But nevertheless, I am
Do you
very
think
excited.
he's made of like orange rock all over, or is it crystal on some places?
Maybe it is when he gets hard.
Hey yo! Maybe it turns into quartz.
Oh, poor Lavender's face.
This is payback for your fucking shit with Endgame.
Well, Endgame sucked.
Fuck you! Your Rockman sucks because he has a hard penis at all times.
I mean, technically, so do the Twilight vampires, but that's neither here nor there.
What?
At least Ben doesn't sparkle.
Well,
If you throw glitter on him, maybe.
exactly. I was gonna say. But I'm very excited for this Fantastic Four movie, and I want to know what are y'all excited for it? I know that I'm a very big Fantastic Four groupie girly, and I always have been. It was like one of my gateway drugs into Marvel, so I love to hear what other people think about it.
I always come back.
I'm not a huge Fantastic Four fan.
Gotcha.
I enjoy them, but I've never liked been a big Fantastic Four person. I was more X-Men, Avengers, X-Force, like that was like I was more into the Marvel mutant, not space warped people. I'm sorry. I'm not saying that it wasn't a good series. I watched the cartoon in the 90s, don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
But because of that cartoon, I hated them so much. And then they made those fucking, oh, Chris Evans, what have you done? Those movies.
Oh, but I love
Oh, he's gonna say it. He's gonna say it. Flame on. What?
Wrong fucking one.
That was so funny. Sorry, that shit, dude. When that
Still the
happened,
best.
when that
Great
happened,
scene.
I was
Great
like,
fucking
"This
scene.
is so much better. This is
was.
so much better."
It was so much better.
I was so happy.
Me too.
I was like,
I'm
"Yo."
sorry, I have to do these voices.
I love it.
Lavender has told me to.
Correct.
Lavender has told me to do this.
I'm in
Yes.
charge.
Bitch.
Oh, shit.
Damn.
I love
Use fucking lube, you rocky bitch. Holy
Yo,
crap.
what kind
Oh
of,
my
what kind of lube do you
God.
think he uses?
I don't want to know. I
What?
don't wanna know.
I'm sorry. I'm
Do
so
you?
unhinged.
I don't know. Do you think there's like a? They think maybe they use like shit from Home Depot.
I don't want to know.
Do you think he needs like industrial grade condoms for his Magnum dong?
No.
He needs Magnum condoms for his monster dong.
She's gonna kill us.
Look,
She's gonna kill me.
Oh my God.
I can die. I don't give a fuck.
I don't need to know this. I
Listen,
never thought about
Have you
this
guys
as a
ever
child.
seen Mallrats?
Yes.
So, you know Jason Lee's character who just sits there and he's obsessed with how superheroes fuck
Yes.
to the point where he is talking to Stan Lee, trying to figure out how these superheroes fuck. To the point where Stan Lee later on goes to one of the other guys. He's like, "Bro, your friend needs help."
Your friend needs help.
Yeah, that's exactly how I feel.
That's me. I am
That is
Jason
how
Lee.
I feel.
I am Jason Lee in Mallrats.
Because look, young childhood Kayla just liked to imagine that somebody could love Ben Grimm despite his exterior, and he was just fine. And there were no other things he had to worry about.
Yeah, no, Scarlet is just unhinged.
I
and
mean,
horny. And
If
has
you really
weird
wanted
thoughts.
to be an asshole, you could always just say that Johnny Storm could burn his bitches alive.
Joke's on you. I'm into that shit.
Ooh.
I mean, that gives a whole new definition of the clap.
Also, Joseph Quinn, great casting choice for Johnny Storm.
Flame on!
Like
Flame
he's like he's just such a good choice.
Oh my God. I scared the cat. I'm sorry.
He's such a good choice, and I'm so excited he's going to be playing Johnny
I feel
Storm.
so bad. No, I feel.
Poor little
I feel,
man.
No,
We scared the cat.
That's also not why I'm feeling bad. I feel bad because Lav is trying so hard for us to be on point with this Fantastic Four bullshit.
I am. I care.
Listen.
I probably care more about the Fantastic Four than most people do, and that's like totally fine.
Listen, it's fine. The Fantastic Four movie drops when? Is it June?
It's in June.
June.
Yeah,
I think it's June.
because it's coming out the same month as Superman, which I'm also excited for because I love James Gunn. I don't care what anybody fucking says.
James Gunn is amazing.
James Gunn is my guy, and he made one of my favorite superhero groups, i.e., the Guardians of the Galaxy, the best, in my opinion, the best trilogy of movies in all of the MCU. And I love him for that. I respect him for that. He has great storytelling prowess.
He's a very
And-
nice man when you meet him in person.
I really want to meet him.
I did.
I would probably like I don't know what I would do. I would be very excited though because I am a huge James Gunn fan.
I got to meet him when I went to visit
Oh,
Tasha at
that's
Motor City
right,
Comic
because
Con.
you also
Yeah.
met his brother Sean.
That's right.
I love Sean Gunn. Sean Gunn, if you're listening to this, your motion capture work is bomb as fuck.
My spinach puffs.
But
But yeah, so that's
we
coming
gotta
out.
be eaten in June.
Yeah, no, June's gonna be nuts.
June's gonna be
And
nuts.
then,
I mean, and we got another one that's coming out
It's soon.
next week.
We
next
have
Valentine's Day.
Yeah, on Valentine's Day. I feel bad. I wanted to care more.
It's the new
Captain America, Brave New World.
oh, that's right. I
And it
totally
has-
forget that one
here's
keeps
the
coming
thing.
out.
Yeah, it's
I
next week.
love Anthony Mackie. I think he's absolutely fantastic. I love his take on Falcon. I think he's great. I just the direction.
Do you think he keeps the wings on when he fucks?
Yes. I want to know though.
They're
how much
not
money...
attached to his body.
So neither is the ghost face mask, but I still want my man to put it on.
Yeah, I would too if I looked like your man.
That's a military ass grade set of equipment.
Keep it on while you fuck.
It gives good thrust.
Oh my god,
Anthony
yes,
Mackie,
girl!
I would like you to know that this is not my opinion.
Listen, what I want to know though is how much money did they fucking pay Harrison Ford for him to get as hype as he did at
That
Comic-Con?
I fucking want to know.
I want to know that, or how much cocaine did he fucking do? Because that man does not get fucking hype for this shit,
No,
okay?
he doesn't.
Harrison Ford does not get hype for this nerd shit. He just wants to fuck off with his hot wife,
And be left
his fucking
alone.
carpentry, and his fucking marijuana farm, okay?
So that is actually something I do want to know. I want to know how much they gave Harrison Ford in this contract.
Also, Harrison Ford can fuck. Anyway.
I love you, Harrison Ford. I would like to make that very clear. And I love that you're very nonchalant about your work. I just want to know how much Marvel paid you because that's the most excited I've seen you in your entire existence.
Maybe they paid it. Maybe they paid him entirely in cocaine.
Who knows?
Would you?
He's not into the cocaine.
How do you know?
I don't, but I would be a grandpa fucker for him.
So would I.
Look, I think anybody would.
I think my mom would be jealous.
Are you kidding me? To be able to fuck the same man that fucked Carrie Fisher? Let's
Oh
go.
yeah. Oh yeah.
No, they had a full blown relationship.
I know
No,
this.
I know.
I know this.
I read her
I know, but let's
memoir.
face it, we would probably give him a heart attack.
Bella.
We'd be like
Ben,
Clerks.
Luca.
But
I hate that you know exactly what I'm talking about
I will
too.
say this about Brave New World. I am not as excited
She
about
wasn't
it
ready.
as I wanted to
She
be
wasn't
because a lot of the
ready.
Marvel movies have felt really lackluster, and that has nothing to do with Harrison Ford. It has nothing to do with Anthony Mackie. It's also, I don't know, I guess we are so currently in political turmoil that the fact that the whole concept of Brave New World is about this horrible, like, government structure and
You what?
I mean,
one of the characters they picked to be in that movie is notoriously like I don't know how they're going to present her. Like maybe they will update her. Is notoriously a very racist stereotype, and especially in wake of everything going on in Israel and Palestine, to use this specific character
Oh yeah. So
is very fucked up.
what I heard they did with her is she is she's another Black Widow now. Basically, like she also came from the Black Widow program. That's what they did with her backstory.
Lazy.
But I read that like a few months ago, so who knows if they changed it.
So as I
They
said,
could have changed that. Take that with a grain of salt. But that
Okay.
was what was leaked maybe like 6 months or so ago.
but yeah, that's the reason I'm not interested in seeing it. It has nothing to do with Anthony Mackie.
boy, crikey, I don't like that.
I wanted to
no.
be so excited for that movie, and as soon as I heard this bullshit, I was like, I'm sorry, I can't get behind it. But I hope if it gets good reviews, I will watch it at home.
I'll wait for it to come out on Disney
Exactly.
Plus.
I'll probably just never watch it
So
because
it's
I don't care.
Very exciting that I actually care about Fantastic Four coming out in the movie theaters, and I actually traditionally want to go to the movies and have my ass in the seat on opening day.
Because you will never experience things unless you
You know.
experience a Marvel movie in the theater.
It's so real.
Oh my God.
Like when I tell you guys that like I went to everything from the first Avengers movie they did. Wait, even before that, Iron Man I saw in theaters. I went to all of them the day of, if not the weekend of, and if I couldn't make it that day, I would go the night before because I couldn't let anyone spoil it for me.
Yeah.
And when I was going through a lot of stuff and I was in and out of the hospital and like my psychiatrist would be like, "What are you living for?" I would say, "Oh, I'm living because I need to see the end of this Marvel movie." Like I know that sounds like so silly.
It
but like,
does not.
for me,
It's valid,
that
though.
when I was in my darkest places, the idea of being able to see this thing I love so much once a year, because they were coming out at that point like every single year.
As they should.
I was like,
Yeah,
I
instead of having-
literally need these to function.
At
So-
one point, I'll let you in on a little bit more of Jade lore.
Yes, please.
All right. So, back in the day, you don't even know, when I was dating that other idiot, we had a deal because Marvel was our thing, and that was our, like, big thing together. So, in between, while we were waiting for the movies Endgame and then all those other fucking things that came out, you don't even know, all right? We decided to watch every single one of the movies in chronological order. The way that they were supposed to, not in the way that they were released, the way that they were technically by canon supposed to.
Gotcha.
And we started it in such a way that by the time the absolute end movie came out, the final one, we were up to date. We literally watched that the night before we went to go see the other one.
Makes sense.
And we went to go see the other one with all of his friends. That's an experience that I will never forget, regardless of who I was with.
I will say that, like, as much as I didn't love Endgame the movie, Bing bong. I loved Endgame the experience. It was so much fun. Everyone was so hyped. I was actually dressed as Star-Lord because I love Star-Lord. I don't care what anyone has to say. It was not Star-Lord's fault. And
It kind of was, though.
No. Tony Stark would have done the same ass fucking shit.
No,
they
fuck
just
Tony
needed
Stark.
Tony Stark to be the hero.
No, fuck Tony Stark. I will always stand by fuck Tony Stark.
They just fucked over
Do
Star-Lord.
you not see how feral she's getting?
And it would
I
make
know.
no sense for Star-Lord's storyline for any of that to even happen. And they even addressed that
Star-Lord's
in
an alien
Guardians of
fucker.
Galaxy 3.
Star-Lord is an alien. Star-Lord is an alien fucker.
Yes. No, wait. Star-Lord is an alien, though.
Half.
He is half alien, correct?
No, but he's still an alien fucker.
No,
Yeah,
he's
is.
also half God.
Yeah, he's half God, which I guess, like, that's kind of what I meant. But he...
I know,
yes,
but
he is very much an
Star-Lord
alien
would also be
fucker.
better if he was played by literally any other actor. Sorry, I can't stand the Chris Pratt.
It's okay. I love him in that role. Like, I'm not going to pretend like I don't, but I do understand that completely. But
You are such a Tony Stark hater.
yeah, I hate Tony Stark. I'm sorry.
Same.
Here's the thing, though. I love Tony Stark in Iron Man 1.
Who doesn't?
I hated Iron Man 2.
Who didn't?
Unpopular opinion, I loved Iron Man 3.
Why?
The reason I liked Iron Man 3 was I liked that Tony Stark had a come to Jesus moment and he actually like had to face the consequences of his actions and he had to take care of this child and he learns from his trauma and his mistakes, which should have followed through in the rest of the movies, but it didn't. And it really pissed me off. Like that was the thing. Like he learned all this stuff. He went through all this trauma. He evolved. And then all of a sudden in the next group movie, it was like none of that ever happened.
Well, that's honestly a criticism I always had with the MCU, though. How like
Which stinks.
in their individual movies, all the characters had these great like story arcs and these great character like arcs, and then in a group movie, all of that just goes away.
Wow.
And it always drove me crazy.
I think a lot of it has to do with editing.
Yeah,
Yes,
probably.
I would agree.
But it just made it less enjoyable overall for me to watch.
Thank you.
Like fucking Age of Ultron. I hated that movie.
Ugh,
yeah,
that movie was trash.
That movie was garbage.
the only good thing that came out of Age of Ultron is my boyfriend Vision. That's it.
What did he say?
That's only because you're Wanda.
Does that make
Yes.
you a robofucker?
I guess. I love
So
Vision.
technically, wouldn't that just make him a giant vibrator?
I love him. He's a beautiful man.
Do you think he needs to be plugged into the wall?
No.
Yes.
He doesn't.
He needs to be recharged.
No, he doesn't. He's
Yes,
a,
he does.
He's a sentient being. He was made
Okay.
with the stone.
A Tamagotchi's sentient. You still gotta change the batteries.
No, he wasn't made with an infinity stone. Vision was. A Tamagotchi isn't.
Okay, but do you think Infinity Stones need to be recharged every now and then? Do you think you
No!
gotta like set it in the sun and charge it like a crystal?
No,
Did you
bro.
not watch Loki?
No, I didn't watch Loki.
They become desk ornaments in the TWA.
Like, that's the
Guess
whole
what?
like,
I
joke.
yeah, joke's on you. I
Loki
didn't
was
watch
great.
Loki.
Loki was great.
I didn't watch that one.
But yes, I fully agree with you, and that's why I am
I
a
don't
Tony.
watch TV shows.
That's why I'm a
can't
Tony
with you.
Stark hater because he could have been such a great character, but they ruined all of his character development and then still made him the hero at the end.
guess what?
Only until once he's dead, you find out he did all this other shitty stuff, like taking Wanda's husband's body.
Also, well, there's another reason I say fuck Tony Stark.
So feral.
He's a billionaire.
Also true. If you would like to give me
I'm about to make
billions,
a
Tony
name for
Stark, I
myself
will
here.
change my opinion very fast.
He's a billionaire, so fuck him.
Y'all don't know that he doesn't exist.
Oh, yeah. Unfortunately. It's like when I remember Vision doesn't exist. It's a very, very sad day for me.
It's okay. It's
Look,
fine.
Vision is the best. He specifically learned how to cook because Wanda was depressed and he's a robot. He doesn't need to eat. He only learned to cook for his girl. And I love him.
Do you think they plug him into the kitchen
No!
outlet?
Stop this right now.
Dude, he like Googles in his brain how to cook recipes. What if Vision was a bad cook?
Oh my god.
Look, do you think there's room for human error there, or is he just a computer?
He's a computer.
He's good at everything.
Why?
'Cause
Do
he
you
is.
think he had to watch you porn?
You had to watch what?
Do you think he had to watch like you porn and red tube to get the proper techniques?
He had to know he went on Brazzers.
Ah, he's able to bypass all the paywalls.
Yeah. No, he just used Tony Stark's credit card.
Hey.
Okay, that I can get behind.
That I
Just use Tony's. I mean, that's technically
He used
when you
Tony
think about
Stark's
it.
credit card.
Tony Stark
on Pornhub.
and what's his name? Bruce Banner are technically his dads.
So his parents are gay.
Yeah. I mean, that's why Science Bros was like the biggest ship on Tumblr.
It really was though.
It really was, though,
It really
because-
was.
Throwback.
Excuse you, I was a Stucky shipper.
Honey, I was full on in the Marvel Tumblr RP subculture.
Dear
Oh God.
Oh my god.
I'm sure y'all
God.
couldn't guess who I RP'd.
Girl, no.
I'm tired.
Or do you
I'm
even
kidding.
want to guess who I
The sun's
RP'd?
getting kind of low there, bud.
Oh,
a little low.
We're getting real low. But
Go
yeah,
to sleep.
I used to RP Peter Parker on Marvel RP Tumblr, so.
You know, that actually wasn't my first thought. I pegged you as a Steve Rogers.
Nah.
You said you pegged her?
Look, I love Steve Rogers.
Yes,
So wait,
my,
wait,
yeah,
wait,
no,
wait,
no,
wait,
my
wait,
strap
wait,
on is
wait.
red and sparkly, and I call her Rebellion.
Oh dear God. Anyways,
I'm going to bang my head against this
Scarlet.
microphone, and you're all going to hear it.
down. Put some fucking ice on that libido, bitch.
Because
Fucking
we
Christ.
haven't even crossed the other things that are happening right now.
Fucking Christ. Rob Liefeld decided he doesn't want to work with Marvel anymore, so that means we may not get Deadpool 4.
That
Which
means
makes
no more
me
feet.
sad.
That means I think he got tired of the feet jokes, guys.
Guys, can I ask a genuine question?
What?
What are these feet jokes?
Rob
Liefeld-
Liefeld can't draw feet.
He can't draw feet.
That's why in every single one of his comics, he finds a way to hide the feet.
I never noticed
Yeah,
that.
and then
Yeah.
also in Deadpool and Wolverine, there's a store called Rob Liefeld's Just Feet.
Yeah.
And the other thing is also like
What?
you can and this was a thing, and I kind of feel bad now that the guy left Marvel, but fuck it. This is an actual thing that me and one of my friends at Target did. We would look up bad Rob Liefeld comic book art.
Yeah.
Because back in the 90s and early 2000s, his art was
Sus.
questionable.
I'm sorry to hear this, Rob.
It was very
Sad to
much
see it
of
go.
the time period. Like I'm talking like roided out muscles on muscles on muscles. Like have you ever seen that
Oh.
one Captain America art where he basically looks like he has muscle titties?
Yeah.
Yep.
That's Rob Liefeld.
Okay.
And like you have
okay.
you have pouches everywhere. Like I'm talking armband pouches, leg band pouches, calf pouches.
And he did
Belt
that.
pouches
He did that
on
to-
everyone.
He did
Wow.
that to avoid doing certain detailing and shadowing.
Oh,
Yes.
I see. Okay. So to be honest, I am a huge comics fan, but I don't know the artists as well as I would like, unless it's like a specific book that I had a very clear hyperfixation with.
I'm about to make a name
So,
for
like, for
myself here.
example, Robbie Rodriguez, I will always be mad that they stripped Spider-Gwen away from him and then they let them make over-sexualized characterizations
I'm
of
very
Spider-Gwen.
angry that we are not getting a third Into the Spider-Verse movie.
Wait.
Oh, you didn't hear about this bit of Marvel news?
No!
I actually know something more than you.
Probably.
They delayed it even farther.
Oh,
And
but they
there's a-
didn't cancel it, did they?
There's a good chance that they did.
No.
Oh, shit.
Because remember, this Into the Spider-Verse 3 was supposed to be done by Sony. It was
Yes.
supposed to be the last one that was done by Sony.
Correct.
Disney apparently is giving a hard time. And certain rights apparently are not being held, and it's a whole big fight. But where we were supposed to get Into the Spider-Verse 3 in 2026, I
Yes.
believe.
Yeah.
Next year.
Yeah, it has now been delayed indefinitely.
Damn it! I really wanted Japanese Spider-Man.
Nope.
No, because one of the characters.
We
that
ain't
was
getting it.
That's so sad. Because
You're done.
One of the
Sit down.
characters.
I love you.
Could I just talk about Japanese Spider-Man
No.
and how he was supposed to be?
No.
in Spider-Verse.
We are
I
getting
think?
Spider Noir though.
We
Yeah, that's true.
are.
with Nicolas Cage,
With
right?
Nicolas
A
Cage.
live action.
I actually
We are
think,
getting a live action Spider Noir with Nick Cage,
I
who
do think it
voiced
can be
it
really
in Into
good.
the Spider Verse.
to be honest, I think that's one that they could do a really fun job with and really make their own without trying to connect it to everything else.
Mm.
It's a very easy.
I think also they couldn't do
one.
a lot of things with John Mulaney anymore.
fuck John Mulaney. You know what? I'm not sorry, John Mulaney. I'm not sorry. Get the fuck out of here. Sorry. No,
That's
I'm,
rough,
Would you
buddy.
like to talk about your Japanese?
I'm sorry to y'all for my outburst.
Your
Not
Japanese
John
Anansi.
Mulaney.
Your Japanese Anansi.
Well, yeah, in
Spooter.
yeah, Spider-Man, the Japanese Spider-Man. He was actually going to make an appearance in the third installment of
Yep.
Into the Spider-Verse,
Not
and they were going to have his
anymore.
mech leopard on.
Not anymore.
And if it's indefinite and maybe canceled, so that's rough because I thought it would have been really fucking cool to have.
I mean, can
because
we-
let me tell you, that fucking show is unhinged.
Yeah.
It's nuts.
Can we also talk about how some of these shits that they have released are just
Oh God.
Madam Web,
Oh God.
Oh God.
Craven.
Oh God.
I didn't even see that one. I haven't seen either of those.
Look, I know whenever I think
Madam
of-
Web was on Netflix, and put it this way,
Yeah.
I was bored and I had nothing better to do, and even then I'm sitting there going, what the fuck?
which was too
Oh,
bad
God.
because Adam Scott is a lovely man, and I just want him to be in a successful superhero series just to live out his childhood dream.
I'm at half-mast. I
Aw.
need to hear this.
That's rough,
Craven, I won't even bother watching.
buddy.
Too many negative things with Craven in my brain.
I don't
man.
even care if it's that hottie from fucking Bullet Train who did it.
You see,
I just don't like
the
much as an
worst.
actor.
He's the
He
worst.
was in fucking Nosferatu!
He's still
That
bad.
was the one movie that I actually thought he was halfway decent in.
He's such a bad actor.
But
I'm sorry.
Listen, he
That's
plays.
it. That's
awful.
it. That's it. I'm not friends with either of you
Awful.
anymore. Not friends with either of you
he
anymore.
makes me want
Sorry.
to keel over and die.
He
No.
plays.
Not friends with either of you
He
anymore.
plays
We're
pathetic
done.
pretty well. So
He does play
No.
pathetic pretty well.
Yeah, he plays pathetic pretty well though, and I kind of like that.
You see, I
What
haven't-
is wrong with both of you?
I'm sorry.
So
I,
many things.
Did you not see Bullet Train?
no.
I didn't see all of Bullet Train, but I was
He-
too busy staring at old man Brad Pitt.
I will say this.
Old man Brad Pitt was hot.
Exactly. That's why I was staring at him. Also, wasn't Hiroyuki Sanada in that?
He was good in
Yes.
Kick-Ass.
I would fuck
did
Hiroyuki
enjoy-
Sanada also.
I did enjoy that movie. Kick-Ass was good. That was
Say
the
more.
one movie that I think Aaron Taylor Johnson was good in. Was
Like-
Kick-Ass. He was wonderful.
Okay, fine.
And
It's
so
kind
was
of-
Nicolas Cage in that.
It's kind of
Fun seeing Aaron Taylor Johnson in Kick-Ass because you get to watch him get his ass fucking kicked.
Which is why it's fun.
That's the point.
You get to watch him just get fucking obliterated, and it's fun because fuck him. He
You're
sucks.
the worst.
I know I am, but you
love me anyway.
No, I don't.
Just-
Every volume of those books.
I wasn't even eating that time.
Oh no, I'm just muting you.
You see, the problem was the first Kick-Ass was
Unhinged.
fantastic, and then Kick-Ass 2 was just awful.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Which
that was
really
ass.
stunk because the books are great. Like I read every single volume of Kick-Ass, and
Mhm.
I love that.
It was a
comic
good one.
series. John Romita Jr. Great
Yep.
shit.
Yep. What else?
Yeah.
Let me see. What other trash heap that came out that I was just sitting there and going, nope.
Eh.
I don't know.
Well, I will say this.
I mean, Venom 3 came out. I didn't see that one either.
Look, I want my money back.
Unpopular
that bad?
opinion. I love the Venom movies.
I've only seen the
Listen.
first one.
They're
I've only
such
ever seen the first
trash.
one.
I liked Venom 1.
It was good.
Venom 2? Only because I knew what to expect.
Fair.
Venom 3, give me back my fucking money! Jesus, that was a waste of fucking couple hours of my life.
Damn.
Fuck. And I tried. I was sitting there. I was trying so hard. So hard. And I couldn't do it. Couldn't do it. It was just bad. Right, Eclipse?
Hi.
Yeah.
Hi, Clips.
Even the podcast kitty agrees. He's sitting there. He's getting all upset because he hears me yelling. But yeah, no. Venom 3, trash.
Yeah.
Set it on fire.
Damn.
It was a fitting end to the fucking run of him being Venom, though. Because it was just that bad.
Goddamn.
It was that bad.
You see, that's why I actually enjoy them. I just feel like they're so awful that they're just fun.
No.
So like,
No.
So like,
No.
how gay are Eddie and Venom in those movies?
Very
though?
gay.
So gay.
That's why it's fun for
It's
me.
kind of like the only reason
I'm
to
at
watch it.
half-mast.
That's the only reason
Listen,
I watch them.
The banter. All right.
Kitty.
I'll give you that. The movie itself, trash.
I just watch it because it's gay.
That's valid.
Yeah, well, you know, I mean, what are you going to do? But, and it's a very big but, the Spider-Man movies, top tier. I don't care what anybody says. Tom Holland is
He's
Tom
wonderful.
Holland is he's definitely taken the role and made it his own. Andrew Garfield, fucking love him.
I also
loved
love him.
him as Spider-Man. I'm sorry, Emo Parker, you're my third favorite because
Oh,
honestly,
sorry. Toby's my favorite. and
Tobey Maguire is a great Spider-Man, but Tobey Maguire as a person is trash.
That's valid.
I
But
love
the way
Toby.
my brain just immediately started going, play that funky soul. Like da da da.
I'll stop yelling when you fix this goddamn door.
I'll pay my rent when you fix this damn door. But
Anyway,
I
I
fucking
will
love
agree. I love all of the Spider-Mans. I love Tom Holland.
Every single
Spider-Man
Spider-Man.
2 is the best one.
Dude,
I've met Tom Holland. He's a wonderful human being.
Name a single Spider-Man movie that was bad. I can't. Not one. Not one. All the ones with Toby, amazing. The ones with Andrew Garfield, amazing. The ones with Tom Holland, amazing.
Oh.
They vary in levels of awesome, but they're still all awesome.
I will say this. I think the thing that does suffer in some of them is they fall down the normal trap of we want to make a bunch of toys, right? And that's what happened with Spider-Man 3 with Toby. They wanted to make all these freaking action figures, so the story got really muddled.
I really like
I will say
Spider-Man
this.
3.
I do enjoy Andrew Garfield a lot as Peter Parker, but that is not my favorite version of Peter. That is a version of Peter from the comics. He's very accurate to it.
Yeah.
It's just not my favorite version of Peter.
Valid, but still,
but I
the movies
still
themselves
really enjoy him. Like, I really like that first Amazing Spider-Man because it's kind of like a love story because I love Gwen Stacy.
And she dies.
And she was wonderful in the first Amazing Spider-Man movie.
You know, I don't know what pisses me off about that. Gwen Stacy was supposed to become Black Cat.
In that one?
In any Spider-Man universe, Gwen Stacy is always Black Cat.
Felicia Hardy is Black Cat.
No, I will not hear any argument with this.
I'm kidding. I mean, fair.
No, I know Felicia Hardy is. Relax,
Yeah,
I'm
no.
fucking with you. I'm saying Gwen should have been.
Oh,
Fair,
yeah. I
fair.
think, honestly,
I never liked her as fucking Spider-Gwen.
you see, I love Spider-Gwen.
I don't. I'm
That's fair.
sorry. I
But
don't.
I will say this, Spider-Gwen is a very different character, in my opinion, from Gwen Stacy as we know her. Like, she's
Fair.
a completely separate character, in my opinion.
Fair.
And I will also say this. The problem with The Amazing Spider-Man 2 was not the acting. The acting is phenomenal. Dane DeHaan, you beautiful man. You have been undervalued your entire career. I am here to tell you, you were a wonderful Harry Osborn. The only problem with The Amazing Spider-Man 2 was it was the same kind of thing. They were trying to shove too much into one thing. And then I loved Homecoming. I thought Homecoming was great.
Homecoming was fantastic.
Even though I was like, why is Tony Stark here? I could accept it.
I actually didn't like Homecoming.
I didn't like,
Oh.
okay.
I really didn't like Homecoming, guys. I'm sorry.
I didn't like Far From Home.
I didn't see Far From Home.
I didn't like that one for a couple of reasons. One, I hate Jake Gyllenhaal.
Emotional damage.
Two, I also feel like, if you're gonna bring back my boy J. Jonah Jameson, you should actually know things about my boy J. Jonah Jameson.
All right,
J.
that's
Jonah
fair.
Jameson would never fucking do that to a child because he has his own kids and he's even protective of Peter in every other iteration of the comics. And if you're like me and are obsessed with the Daily Bugle, you also read the Daily Bugle comic series they did, which is fantastic, by the way, and you should read it if you haven't.
No. Well, it's true because
Um,
even in the first Spider-Man movie,
protect
when
Peter.
Green Goblin is like, "Hey, who gives you these pictures?" He's like, "Oh, I don't know." He sends them in the mail, even though
Like,
he knows fully
he-
well that it's Peter.
He is a man of many things, but he is
Yeah.
also a man of integrity as much as
Exactly.
it gets taken away from him a lot because he gets so crazed about the story. So, sorry, he would never plaster a young child's face across the internet. Sorry, not sorry. And also, I didn't like Spider-Man not being in New York, which I know is such a petty, stupid thing.
No,
I
that's
didn't like
fair.
it.
I didn't
was
see Far From Home, so I couldn't tell you.
The next one, which was the best one, the third
fan
one,
service, the movie.
was fantastic. And you know what?
It was
yeah,
fan service.
it
What
was-
did you just call it? It was fan service, the movie. Listen, I'm not saying it was bad. I'm just saying it was fan service.
What did you say?
But
And
hey,
I'm gonna be honest, I had fun watching it.
was
But my
great.
thing is, once you got past like the first 30 minutes to an hour of MCU bullshit, it was fucking great.
You're a monster.
Once you got rid of Doctor Strange, it was great.
I mean, fair.
I also can't stand Benedict Cumberbatch, so
I love him.
I'm sorry. I find him really fucking annoying, and I hate his face.
I don't like yours very much right now.
That's okay. I'm not wearing makeup, so that's
I
fair.
love Benedict.
I don't like it much either when I'm not wearing makeup.
I can't believe you.
I don't like him. I find him
But-
annoying.
Talking about Spideys, there's been a lot of drama going on around the new
that's
Spider-Man
true.
show on Disney Plus.
No,
They've been
shit.
Oh
Is
my
that show out yet?
God.
Yes,
no,
it is.
did it start already?
It started already. And what's really sad about it is it has a lot of potential. I think Coleman Domingo as fucking Norman Osborn is a great idea. The way they're what-ifing it and taking it from a different angle, fantastic. I love the design. Problem is the lead voice actor said some pretty shitty stuff in the news lately. And I'm sorry, y'all all fucking went after what's her name? Oh, I love her. Rachel Zegler. You all went after Rachel Zegler for having opinions you didn't agree with, but, you know, it's fine for this guy to go, oh, you know, I'm happy people don't find it too woke on every news outlet.
Oh, jeez.
After Coleman Domingo was getting fucking death threats for playing Norman Osborn.
Can I point out, is the voice actor a white, mediocre man?
Yes.
And there you go.
And, you know, I want to chalk it up to like maybe like I don't know how old he is. He looks like he's maybe in his early-ish 20s. But I'm sorry. Like, if you're all yelling at Rachel Zegler, why aren't you giving this boy media training and acting like, oh, it's fine?
Bet you he wears red hats.
I'm sure he does.
Mediocre
Beca-
white boy. That's why they don't fucking,
For
give him shit. Wait, did I
real.
say that out loud?
May you have
Oh.
the confidence of a mediocre white man. Because honestly, then you could do anything.
For real,
for
though.
real.
Fucking for real.
But, you know, I was really sad to see that because I was excited to see this series. And
The window.
maybe it's not fair for me to not support. Because here's the thing. It was also written by like a fully diverse cast of writers. It was every kind of person was in the writing room. Like, this was a huge deal for Marvel.
Right.
And then their fucking star blows it up by going, oh, I'm happy it's not that woke.
Right. It's kind of like a tough position, right? Where it's like you don't want to support it because the lead actor is a dumbass.
So it's
But
like
it's also
doing
like-
a 69 with a guy that's shorter than you?
Only if it's Wolverine, baby.
But that's what makes it hard.
As long
It's
as he
like-
keeps those claws inside when he's fingering me, we're fine.
Joke's on you. I'm into that shit.
Joke's on you, I'm Phoenix. I get it first,
Fair enough.
bitch.
Redheads.
All right.
but
I could wear a wig. Deadpool
I'm
did.
so sorry, Lavender. I can't help it. You're the one that did this because you told me to release the voices, and this is what the voices want.
the voices.
You don't understand.
No.
The voices.
But
That's
yeah,
not what they
I
really
just-
said.
I freaking Margot. I know this is DC, but Margot Robbie, you are a wonderful Harley Quinn, and please play the role forever.
Someone get her a girlfriend to be Poison Ivy, thanks.
But the
The look I just got from Jade.
The side eyes.
the really thing that's really tough for me is I want to be able to support the writers of the show and the other people in the show I really like, but I'm like, I don't feel comfy watching it with him as Peter Parker. That's the other thing. I'm sorry. Peter Parker would never. Peter Parker would never say that shit. He's from fucking Queens, motherfucker. He would never say that dumbass nonsense. And I'm really hated about it, and they should just replace him and dub him over with someone else.
I don't think they can.
I think it's too late in production to do that, though.
Oh, yeah, I'm sure it is. But
Maybe they'll just have him for one season.
I hope
yeah, they
so.
probably could swap him
They
out with
could
someone
swap
else next
him
season.
out.
I hope
If it gets
so.
next
It makes me
season.
it just made me so sad, man, because I was really looking forward to this show, and now I have no desire to watch it.
Oh, I hate that.
It's like I was looking forward to it. I was looking forward to it, and then this guy says this horrible like ass thing, and I'm like, all right, guess we're not watching it anymore.
I mean, okay. I'll be the voice of reason here and use my actual voice for this. As I said, my real voice. No, the real. Which one's the real one? Oh my God, I don't even know. When it comes to this, you can still be supportive of the writers and the other actors of the show by watching it and giving it the playtime, because this will also allow the show to get a second season.
That's
So that we are able to continue on with or without the motherfucker that opened up his mouth and said something stupid. But the only way a show will get that opportunity is if we actually do give it our time, our attention, and our views. So therefore, if we want the ability for this change to happen, we do have to support the show.
Yeah, that's true.
We do not have to support the actor. We do not have to support him when he comes to do press junkets. We do not have to support him when he does Comic-Con rotations. We don't have to support him when he does any type of appearance. We can make it very clear that we, as a Marvel society, do not accept what he said. And that's how we win. I mean, if we bullied an entire fucking studio into changing Sonic from being ugly into being what he is, we can do it with Marvel too.
That's some fucking real shit.
Yes.
Especially because the mouse is under so much scrutiny all the time
Oh,
anyway.
yes.
Oh yeah.
They are not going to allow somebody that problematic to stay within something that they need to be a hit.
That's true.
Yeah.
So therefore, if we give it the proper interaction, I would say is the best word here. It's precision of language. That would give us the opportunity to replace him in the future.
Because the other problem too is when something like this doesn't do well, the first thing the execs go to is, oh, it didn't do well because it's diverse.
Or, oh,
Yeah.
it didn't do well because he said something that's anti-woke and the woke mob canceled it. Now,
Exactly.
if we used our powers for good instead of evil, you know, we could make a massive difference and get the voice changed or get the actor removed or maybe even go in a different direction or have him, you know, or maybe he could see the error of his ways and actually
Yeah.
evolve.
Yeah, or at least like apologize. Like I've been so surprised that he, you know,
Oh, no, he'll double down.
because everybody's been
Who knows?
talking about it. I mean, like for example, I love a lot of Marvel TikTok creators. So many of them are talking about how upsetting this thing he said was.
Yeah.
Like hardcore platform people. Like I'm talking about, oh goodness, I can't think of her name. She's lovely though. She actually has a podcast with DC because she does such great reviews of all of this all of the different comic media. And she was even like, this is so disappointing because she's like, Peter Parker is the voice of the diverse character.
Yeah.
He's always been the character that stands up for what's right for normal people.
Take that, depression!
And then you literally went and you said that, and everybody's touting it like, oh, this is why you should watch the show.
Well, remember, they also tried to pull the same thing when it came to Agatha.
That's true.
Yeah.
And the Agatha stands and the universe stood up and said, no, this show is exactly how it needs to be. Remember, they were trying to pressure it to change,
Yes.
and we didn't let it. We can do the same thing here with this show by pressuring it to change. Not in a bad way, just change the actor.
Yeah. Or
Like,
at
or
least
make
have him say, have a release.
no. I don't want somebody to give us a false apology.
Yeah, that's also fair.
It would be a lot easier if we enjoy the show to get rid of the actor and replace him with somebody that, hell, maybe could embody Peter Parker's vocal standpoint in such a way, because I'm going to divert here and I'll give you a little bit. When it comes to cartoons and voice actors and these things, these are sometimes the first experiences that people get with these characters.
yeah.
Yeah.
So therefore, I know a lot of people may not know about the lore behind it, especially children. They're not going to understand. But we live in a world now where these children are more aware of things than they were when I was a kid in the 90s, when y'all were a kid in the early 2000s. It's different now. Gen Alpha is going to see these cartoons. They're going to see these voice actors. They're going to know what has been said. They're going to understand it. And it's going to really, it could hurt the fucking franchise. It could hurt the entire comic book series. We're talking about a comic series that's been enduring for decades.
Yeah.
Okay, Spider-Man has been around for decades. Comics have been around since the early 1900s. Over 100 years now, we've been having comics. Okay? We want this to continue for our children and our children's children. Unfortunately, with actors like this could destroy a character to a point, a series to a point, a franchise to a point that these children are not going to want anything to do with it. And that's what they need to understand and realize. And these voice actors need to understand the enormity of their responsibility to these characters.
Oh, 100%.
There's one thing that I will always say. Michael Keaton is my physical Batman, but
Yeah.
Kevin Conroy
Oh,
will
yeah.
always be the voice of my Batman.
Yes.
It does not matter. I don't care. I will die on that fucking hill the same way I say there will never, ever, 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 ever be a better Joker than Mark Hamill. And everybody's like, oh, it's because you're a Batman, the animated series stan. No, it's because it's fucking amazing. They did the games, they did everything else. Those fucking voices are iconic. I will not hear any argument on that. Same thing with a lot of the Marvel voices. Same thing with a lot of the actors that have played these characters. I'm sorry, when you take on this character, when you become this character, you are responsible for that character, and that
Yes.
voice actor does not respect it. And we, as the people that are consuming it, can change that.
Yeah.
And that's where I'm going to end my little soapbox.
Well, I think that was a
Dun-dun-dun.
good soapbox.
Well,
No,
thank
it was
you.
a good soapbox. And
Thank
it's
you.
also interesting because it reminded me it's not the first time that a Spider-Man actor has been in hot water
Oh,
in the past
no.
few years because there was a fan film, I think it was called like Spider-Man Lotus, and this
Oh,
is a
fuck
few
yeah,
years
I
ago.
remember
Oh
this.
boy.
This was a few years ago, and I don't even fully remember what it was, but like I don't know. I think like the Spider-Man actor in that fan film was like racist or something.
Yeah, I don't remember.
Very.
I don't remember exactly, but yeah, no. So it's just kind of interesting. It's like, what is it with Spider-Man actors like doing dumb shit?
Any closing thoughts?
Let's see.
Lav, closing thoughts?
Closing thoughts, I would have to say there is a lot going on in Marvel right now.
A lot.
There are a lot of different avenues that it can go. And I will say a three-pronged response. Fantastic Four better be the best MCU movie of this new era because I need it. I need it more than they know.
That's what she says to Ben Grimm.
Hey.
Two. I hope they replace the Spider-Man actor, and
The voice actor,
the
not
voice.
the actor.
No, not you, Tom. I love you, Tom. The voice actor, because I just think that is the wrong impression that needs to come across for this character. And this is one of the first times they're making a Peter Parker series that's really embracing a lot of the diversity, because the diversity is really important. You're talking about Queens. I'm from Queens. It's just the reality and the fabric of New York, and they
Take
really
that,
need.
depression.
There's a reason why Queens is known as the melting pot
Exactly.
of the 5 boroughs.
They need to make that very clear with this guy by either replacing him or giving him the proper media training and talk to him about why what he said was wrong.
Yeah.
And 3, I'm very sad to hear Litchfield?
Liefeld.
Liefeld, I'm so sorry. As I said, I am not very good with artist names. Liefeld, I'm very sad to see you go. I'm sorry I knew nothing about your feet. And I really hope that you get to do some other really fun comics in the future. And I'll be looking out for them.
Houston, we have no problem.
Maybe come into the indie market.
Oh, he already did.
Oh, yeah, I know that. But come into the indie market so we can interview you and talk about your fun things.
Yeah. Scarlett.
All right. So, closing thoughts from a thought.
Oh my God. I'm making
So-
that a fucking noise.
As you should. So, again, for my FGC folks out there, it's Marvel, baby.
So stupid.
it's from fucking, I think, Marvel vs. Capcom.
It is.
It is.
Yes. We'll talk about the games one day. But, just
buddy.
Marvel's been up to a lot. They're always up to a lot, but I feel like they've definitely been ramping it up over the past few months.
As they should.
Yes, as they should. Fantastic Four looks like fun. Hopefully it pans out well. Rob Liefeld, sorry to see you go, but please learn to draw feet and women. Sorry, bro. I've seen the way you draw women, and I'm like, yo, where's her fucking spine? Where's her spine? What?
The window.
I'm scared. I'm scared.
Pull the lever, Kronk.
Oh my God.
Nani?
Sorry, that's all I got.
Hey, not a bad way to go out, my guy.
No,
All right.
just look up how he draws women. You'll understand.
All right. So for my final thoughts on this, honestly, I think we brought up a lot of good points here. And honestly, if you really want to do what I think that you should be doing and supporting a show, not necessarily an artist, you should take our advice and do what I said. All right? And I'm just going to keep trying to fucking nail down these voices because there's so many in my head and I need to get them out. You don't understand. They're there. They're there. But
And you guys should count how many of the voices you heard during the show and let us know on Spotify.
you also need to understand that a lot of them may sound the same. None of them are the same in my head.
It's instead of Crazy Jane, you're Crazy Jade.
I am quite crazy. Thank you. And
I know
yes.
this, and I love you.
Damn it!
You did it first.
I wasn't an E in batting. I was an E in yay. Wait.
We're echolocating off each other.
I swear to the gods. I'm trying to say my final thoughts here, all right?
Okay, shut up.
Don't make me get snow. I will kill you. That's my snow.
Joke's on you, I'm into that shit.
Fuck! Thank you.
You love me.
I do, and that's the problem. Anyways, if you would like to continue to support the Phoenix Gate, you really should go to our social media because it's the only way you're going to hear some of this insanity not on any of the listening platforms because you can find us everywhere. You can find us everywhere, guys. Like, you should be listening. I don't know why you're not. This is fun. This is fantastic. We make these things, we do these shows for you. So, leave us a comment, share.
You.
Share. We are trying to reach a goal of 50 followers on Spotify before April.
That would be amazing.
If
Hell yeah.
that does happen, we will be doing a giveaway.
Yay!
Don't give
So-
away friendship bracelets.
It'll be part of it. It
Yeah.
will be a whole package from each member of the color wheel. But the only way we can get there is by you guys. So give us some likes, give us some support, follow us on all of our social media. You'll find even more insanity over there, where instead of only listening to us bitch at you for an hour every week, you get to see insanity from us almost every day on our socials. So check us out. We love you. Everybody say bye.
Bye.